Welcome everyone to Cooking with Marv. Today marks 3 months since Uncle Mario passed away, and in memory of him I'm going to cook his famous chicken and leek pie and chocolate dipped strawberries. So what you'll need is around 600 grams of chicken thigh fillets, 2 chopped leeks, 2 chopped potatoes, just a smidge of garlic, some chicken stock, and I'm going to add a little bit of cream and a chicken stock pot for extra flavour. So we're going to get that in a pan, and on the heat I'm going to saute that. Stay tuned. So I'm going to put my hot large pan, a deep dip. You want a deep one because you know, you just want it nice and deep so it can fit everything in and saute everything. Some olive oil, fairly generous with that. I'll just wait for that to sizzle for a bit. Whilst I'm waiting, I might pour myself a glass of wine. Shh. Just a cheeky little sneaky peek in the afternoon. Why not? Be back momentarily. I mean, it's leftover wine from when we cooked the other day with the pasta. So, you know, waste not, want not. Cheers. Okay, so we'll put the thigh fillets on first. Nice hot pan. Listen to that sizzle. Get a look at that. Lovely. I'm going to brown that off, and then I'll add in the rest of the ingredients and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, the chicken's browning nicely, so I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients in. Leek, garlic, potato. Oh, yum. This smells so yum, just now. So what I'm doing is I'm cooking this so it has time to cool, because you've got to put it in the pie cool, otherwise your pastry on the bottom will go soggy and no one wants that. So we're cooking this now in the afternoon. That's going to cool down, and then we'll focus on the pastry. So the pastry, you need about 2 sheets of shortcut pastry for the base and a sheet of puff pastry for the lid. So I was lucky to find the shortcut pastry. I had some puff pastry in the freezer, but the supermarkets are just all out. So you can make your own, but if you don't have to, then you don't have to. So I'm just, you know, sauteing this. So this looks nice and sauteed. You see? Right? I'll saute it for a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to add just a layer of chicken stock. You know, I can give you measurements, but just go by feel. You don't want it too runny. You're going to add just a smidge of flour in the end, just to make it a thicker consistency. Here is where I'll add my stock pot. Now, that's not in Uncle Mario's recipe, but I just love them. I find if you put a chicken stock pot in, you don't need salt and pepper. I'm not a big fan of pepper anyway, so, you know, it's just personal preference. So I'm just going to stir that in, and then I'll add the chicken stock and just a smidge of cream so it's nice and creamy, and you know, let that simmer for a bit, and that'll be it. Now I'm going to decorate the pie. I mean, you can do lots of nice decorations. I'm going to really flat it all and maybe spell Uncle Mario's name. Why not? Alright, so that's nice and sauteed. So now I'm going to add the liquids. and then I'll cool it down. Stay tuned. How is the creamy colours and the greens? So gorgeous. Welcome everyone. You're back with Cooking with Marv. Today we're also going to be doing some chocolate dipped strawberries. It was Uncle Mario's favourite sweet to have when he did a dinner party. So I've got 2 fresh punnets of strawberries. I melted some white chocolate and some milk chocolate, just for variety. And I've got a plate of crushed peppermint crisp and crushed flake. So I'm just going to alternate dipping the strawberries in the chocolate and just the very tips in either some peppermint crisp and some flake. And he used to leave the greenery on them. So we'll do some milk chocolate, just really coat that beautiful strawberry. Okay, I'm going to dip it in just the tip, some peppermint crisp. Beautiful. Put that on some baking paper and do some white. Okay, and maybe some flake. How's that? Just the tip. So relaxing to do. And you know, he would always, grab a large serving tray and pop a white doily on it. Like everything was just done with sophistication with him. He always had catering utensils at the ready. Always get them on special at Footscray. Everything, food was special to him. He loved making special things and just elegant food. So I'm just going to keep on doing this and I'll show you the end result. And there we have it. They're going to set on the baking tray. Beautiful. Welcome back. So I've put the short crust pastry in a cake tin that can come undone. I've done it nice and neat here. And with pastry, this is the puff pastry, this one here. I've just done some decoration. So I've plaited it, which I'll put around the border once the filling is in. And I've made Mario because it's dedicated to Uncle Mario. So, I'm going to blind bake this. So I'm going to put some baking paper over this, and I don't have any beads, so I'm just going to pop a plate in, and I'll just bake it for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then I'll put my filling in and the lid on that. So stay tuned. So this is my fan dangle equipment. Welcome back to Cooking with Marv. We're making Uncle Mario's chicken and leek pie. So I blind baked it a little bit. Now I'm going to put the filling in. It's cooled down. As I said, don't put your filling in hot, otherwise your pastry will get soggy. So, mind my children screaming in the background. It's all part of it. So, just going to lay that in there. Beautiful. Look at that gorgeous colour. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to put the lid on it. Stay tuned. Okay, so I've popped my puff pastry. So the base is short crust and the top is puff. So I'm just gonna, I want that to join with, alright. And decorate it with something I plaited earlier. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's all decorated. I'm going to coat that in egg wash before I put it in the oven to bake for about half an hour or until it's golden. Stay tuned for the final result. So I've covered it in egg wash and I'm going to pop it in the oven at 180 degrees for about half an hour or until it's golden. Stay tuned. And there we have it, everyone. Uncle Mario's chicken and leek pie and some chocolate dipped strawberries.
Wow, I like that color.
Absolutely.
That chocolate one is beautiful. that one chocolate one is good.
So everyone, keep well, stay safe, eat good food made with love, and most importantly, drink even better wine.
I have to come with
Till next time.
strawberries.